Hey guys, you good? I hope you guys are good. So, today we're going to talk about budget-friendly sewing machines. And I'm going to review a sewing machine that I own personally. And and this is the Brother J17S. And this machine since 2020. I purchased it during COVID. I think just immediately after the lockdown, I purchased a sewing machine and I have made this dress, this outfit here, and whilst others were busy making face masks, I decided to make bucket hats and hoodies, African print hoodies, and people liked them. It was something very simple and unique, and it was winter, we were cold, it was COVID, I was bored, I needed something creative, and I just made this, and you guys actually loved it. Thank you for those that actually supported me then. So now we're going to talk about why I purchased this machine. I remember the decision, the main decision why I bought this machine was a financial decision. I wanted a budget-friendly machine. I don't want to break my account, so the budget was 100 euros at the time. That was in 2020. And then also I wanted a simple basic machine. I grew up using Singer. I only know Singer. So there wasn't any Singer machine that was below 100 at the time. And also I didn't want a second-hand machine because sometimes you don't actually know what is wrong with the machine. Maybe there's something missing, and I needed to refresh my sewing machine knowledge that I acquired, like my mom taught me. So that's basically the reason why Singer was already eliminated because of the price point, and then there was Brother, and there was also Median. But I'd seen a lot of positive reviews on Instagram about the Brother, and then when I went on Otto, that's where I bought it. It also had good reviews at the time. Amazon also had good reviews. One thing about Germans is that they will leave a review, and take your time and go through every single review, then you can make your own decision. So I bought this beautiful baby here, and I loved it. I I think right now anyone who asks me for a budget-friendly machine, this is the one that I recommend. Unfortunately, the price point at the moment, it is no longer 89 euros. I think it's now above 100 euros, which is totally understandable because of the inflation that we have. Um, this machine is actually good for the basics, right? Let me just put this on the floor. This machine is good for the basics. If you just want to alter your clothes, this is the machine. If you want to shorten your curtains or change, like you can buy curtains where some of them um some of them have eyelets. You buy curtains and some of them have eyelets, and you want to remove the eyelets and make them simple and plain. You can. This is the basic machine. You can do that. If you want to make baby clothes, you can do this. If you want to mend your partner's jeans, you can do this. If you want to mend your children's clothes, you can do this. This literally for all the simple basic tasks that you want to use the sewing machine for, I highly recommend this baby here. Totally. Um, it has 17 stitches, right? So it has the buttonhole stitch, it has the straight stitch, and it also has zigzag stitch, and then it also has a few stitches that you can use to off your finish off your garment, um, in case you don't have an overlocking machine. So now I'm in a different setup, and I'm going to show you what you get when you unbox your Brother. So obviously you have the sewing machine. Then you have it also comes with 3 bobbins. This is called a bobbin. Then a zipper foot. This is what a zipper foot looks like. Also comes with this screw here that will help you when you want to clean your machine. Underneath there you can unscrew and screw, so this also comes with it. Then we have the buttonhole foot, and also you get a set of needles. These I purchased myself because obviously the ones that came with the machine broke after a while, and it's always advisable to always change your needles often. Then you have the foot pedal, and this is everything that you receive when you purchase a Brother sewing machine. So with every foot pedal, right, as you can see, this part you connected to the sewing machine. And usually in the Brother, with the Brother, you can see you connect it on the side. You connect it on the side, and then there is a button that switches the machine on and off. If it's on, you will see that it's on because there will be a light here. And since our Brother machine, I haven't used this in a while, I'm going to set it up with you guys. So here, you open this part and you put in your bobbin. And there's always a direction here. It's always advisable. Zooming in. Here, it's always advisable to know the direction in which you should put your bobbin. So here you put your bobbin, and then there's this direction of there's an arrow here which shows you which direction the bobbin should go. So now I'm going to put in the bobbin, and there's always a little space where you put in your bobbin and then you hook your bobbin thread. I hope that was clear enough. Let me do it once again. You put this circle here, shows you the direction in which the thread should be facing. So you put in your bobbin, then there is a hook here. Hook it, and it should be hooked onto the sewing machine according to the arrow. This is very, very important to know how to do this, or else it will be difficult to be able to stitch your machine. Then you put this back. Then you put this back. So now we're going to start threading the sewing machine. And before you start threading your sewing machine, there's certain parts of the sewing machine that one needs to familiarize themselves with. So we have the spool pin, and this is where you put your thread. And then we have the bobbin winder. So you put your bobbin that comes with the sewing machine, you put it here, and then you put it to the side when you want to wind some thread around it. And then, like every sewing machine, there's always an instruction on how to thread it. So as you can see here, we have number 1. Then this is still number 1. We have number 1. This is number 1. Let me get the camera to focus, as you can see. Then we have number 2. It's the guideline on how you should thread your sewing machine. Then number 3 is here. Number 3 is here. And then with number 3, you come back and you hook it here to number 4. So this is the color of thread that I'm going to use so that everyone is able to see it. So I've put my thread here. My spool spin. And this is where my thread is now. And then I take my thread and I bring it here to this hook. To be more clear, I bring it here. As you can see, there's a little wire here, and that is your hook. And then now I bring it to part 2. Bring it, which is part 2. Then you hook it on to part 3 with the thread guide, and then you bring it here to part 4, right? So you put it here on part 4, and then you come down. Now after you've done that, so you do your first step. So this is basically step 1. You put your thread here and you follow the steps on the sewing machine. You hook it, and then you follow the guideline that is already on the sewing machine. So we have part 1, we have part 2, part 3, then you hook it, then you have part 4. Then with part 4, you then bring it down again. You bring it down. You bring it to part 5, hook here. Part 5, which you can see clearly here. You bring the thread down to here to part 5. You take your thread and then you put the thread through the sewing needle, and then you pull. This is how you simply thread a sewing machine. And when you use the die, you should be able to pull the thread through, and you should be seeing the thread is getting longer. So this is how you thread your sewing machine. The next step that we're going to do, we're going to add the thread to the bobbin. So as you can see, there's a direction here, like the threading here still remains the same, and then you add the thread to the bobbin. I just like to do this, and then you shift it to the right side. This part should be able to move. This is critical. If you don't do this, you won't be able to add thread to your bobbin. You shift it to the right side, and then you press on the presser foot. And you should be able to see that you are now able to thread your bobbin. When you're now comfortable, you can increase the speed. And then once doing this until the spool is full, and when the spool is full, as you can see, it will no longer load. So, and then you move it back to the left. Then you can take out your bobbin thread, which we have just added thread. To summarize it all, I've threaded the sewing machine, showing you all the steps you need in order to thread the sewing machine, and I've also shown you guys on how to wind a bobbin. So this is how our winded bobbin looks like. So thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we're going to be talking about the stitches.